All right, let's go ahead and party. Hello, everyone. I about said good morning for some reason. I don't know why. I woke up at a reasonable time, so it's not even like I did the neat thing of sleeping in super duper late. Good morning, everyone. Oh, that's really dumb. Let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Sapphire Rats. I'm glad you finally got your 69. So Sapphire Rats, nice. Super Tiger Fox, nice. I can't really like do like a finger clicky with the glove on, unfortunately. Tragic. How you doing, Zephyr Silver? You'll get your noise someday, I believe. Hello, Steve. And hello, Blanc. Welcome. Hello, Grim Glassman. Oh, my ears are not working. Sunday. Ears, please. Ears, please. Oh god, I forgot. I got the extra wiggly ears. I got the incredibly wiggly ears. Yeah, exactly. It's procrastination time. See, I'm like 50-50 whenever a stream comes on whether I'm going to be more or less productive, honestly. I used to just say be how low, but up nice. I how's your Vanguard run doing? I ran the numbers a little bit. So, after after the Citadel DLC, we only have 2 more missions and Mass Effect 3 is over. So legitimately next stream might be the last. I'm not sure. If not, it's not significantly much farther than that. And hello Chieftain, hello Dustman, and hello Sup, it's me again. Welcome. How y'all doing? So today, Hitpad's also not working. Do not worry. I got that covered. I'm doing a thing that I like to do every now and then where it's like I will just have a bunch of models on my desk and I'm like, I kind of need to get these done. I just need to clear up some space. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Painting some Stormcast Vindicators with my specific helmet, which are, when I say my helmets, these are from Saint Decent, who does good helmet work. And hello, Night Owl. Welcome. How you doing? I know Power Wash Simulator is supposed to have a Warhammer expansion at some point. So they advertised that like last year, and I still have legitimately no idea if that's still happening. Yeah, these are the Vindicators. They're like the troops from the Dominion box. I'm I'm pretty much set to like I don't buy Stormcast outside of just getting them in starter boxes. But I was like, well, I already got these, and I've been kind of legitimately having some fun painting them because they're incredibly simple, so that I can kind of do them like semi-brainlessly. I legitimately have no idea what you're going to be power washing in that game. I hope a great Uncling one. I hope a great Uncling one is in there because I would love that shit. But yeah, it has to be maybe like a Space Marine or probably I imagine it would be like a Lehman Russ. You'd probably like power wash a Lehman Russ and a couple of other big things, stuff like that. Exactly like a Rhino, Baneblade. I would imagine it would probably be like one from a couple of different factions. And oh, I've a lot of you doing. Welcome. I'm doing good. I got a bunch of these guys to paint. I have 10. That's the funny thing about the Stormcast is that they're actually like basically Custodes level elite, apparently. So it is incredibly easy for me just to be like once I get these, I basically am gonna have like a bunch of them. And Shadow, enjoy your lurk. I don't know why the lurk command has not worked. There we go. Some orc stuff would be fun too. I'm hoping it didn't just get like forgotten about. Like I don't know. I don't know how long it takes for like a Power Wash Sim collab to manifest after being mentioned. It's I got the cool glad every time I post these and I did this on purpose. People are like, how? I don't like Stormcast, but those are the sickest fucking helmets. Where did you get those? And the answer is from the wonderful Saint Decent, who is a she does a lot of sculpting for she's done a lot of stuff for Turnip. She's going to be doing stuff for Trench Crusade and just also does some other nice stuff. So thank you for the ear pat. Thank you. Hello, Lars. How you doing? The bot has been incredibly weird. Do not. Let's see. I can manually increment your numbers. Do not worry. Let me get this little bit of paint on the boy. Like I said, this is I love these because it's incredibly easy to paint. Step 1, take brush. Step 2, very roughly apply the main color. Step 3, add some metal in some places that need some metal. Step 4, dry brush. And then do some gray and some reds and whatnot. The bot literally worked earlier, which is fucked up. Also, hello Nitrous and hello Kogasa. I'm just gonna restart. Like, there's some times where I forget to leave the bot on. Like I'll reset my computer and then the bot will just not. I'll forget to kick it back on. It was working earlier, and then it's no longer doing it. There we go. I'll get Nitrous. I'm gonna get yours. You have 85 daily punches. All right, Kogasa. I'm going to reverse order, and we'll get ours. At the Necrotica plugin, does it not work? I want to get that. I've heard the Necrotica plugin is good when it does work. So like, well, I'm sure it's just probably a learning curve. Yeah, I don't want to deny all of you your wonderful points. Also, because a lot of you with high points are like some of my like super duper regulars. Kogasa, sorry. Ours, you have 123, and Kogasa, I incremented yours and did not actually mention what you have. To be fair, I don't know how often. Oh, Kogasa, you have 56. There we go. I don't know how often you would need to update that. It's not like Necrotica is like a vibrant, like continuously updating game. I also need to poke the Necrotica people that Necrotica Collab is still ostensibly happening, but I think MagFest kind of like delayed that a bit, so I'm gonna probably be like, yo, everybody, we're doing this in February. When February, good for all of you. Oh, it's like, oh, in Foundry update. No, that would make a lot of sense. That'd make a lot of sense. Bottom of your feet, his little toes, his little peats. What's the hell, Lilyops? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I do an oil wash. I've been real big on oil. Here, let me grab some examples of what these will look like real quick, because I like showing them off. How you doing? All right. So this was like from the first couple I've done. I love oil washes so much. I borderline crutch on them, but I love them. So yeah, this is all of them basically I've replaced with the same helmet. This is after a dry brush and an oil wash to kind of grunge it up. This is an Annihilator, I think. I don't actually play Stormcast. I just happen to have some. And then here's Jindrosta, who has been given an oil wash and like a little metallic dry brush to tint her wings slightly. I think turned out pretty good. It doesn't come out very well in pictures because you have to hit the light like just right for the metallic to kind of pop out. So yeah, this is ostensibly what all of the lads will look like once they are done. Oh, which one's your favorite actually? I was somebody who was initially not super jazzed for Stormcast, and it turns out I just don't like the default helmets. Helmets and color scheme. Once I switch to something else, and I think I've even seen other people do similar things, or even just like there's like a blue Stormcast chapter, or Stormhost. My bad. Like which is like kind of like a dark blue, and I was like, oh, these guys fuck. Those guys are good. I like the way that turned out. Celestit Prime. Oh, is that the one with like the really like big bitchin' wings? I think that sounds about right. Oh yeah. Oh, I seen this. I do like the swirly fucking energy vortex. That do be nice. That's what I pretend is a Gundam. You don't have to pretend very hard on that one. He is very much there. Dude, I still need to do more Gundam stuff. I found out something that I'm trying to set up that I just haven't like sat down and set up is I learned about Jellyfin over at Magfest because someone else was using it. And I, for some reason, had never heard of it before. Jellyfin is a way that you turn your PC into like a local media server. So the idea is I would have all my anime and stuff that's like on my desktop, and then I could stream them to like my tablet and whatever. So I could like lie in bed and watch anime before I go to bed. And I was like, that will significantly increase the amount of anime I watch. That'll definitely boost the fuck out of that. But you have to do some like setup stuff for that, for like setting up a dedicated static IP. Which I think I got close to doing, and there was like something that distracted me, or I found out I had some issues somewhere along the way. I just need to dig back into that. No, I'm the kind of person that I need to watch something when I go to bed. A lot of times if I'm explicitly trying to fall asleep, I'll put on like like dual logs, like 8 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh to fall asleep, or like some Civ 11 ones that I've watched a bunch. If I watched a video enough times, it kind of transcends its original concept as videos and just becomes like a sleep aid in a positive way. I've never actually I've never actually looked at ASMR before, really. I think the only time I've actually like watched ASMR was when Shimada was doing it. And she was doing some sort of like light drumming sounds of like don 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 something like that. I was like, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Is the 2009 one the one that he just reviewed, or was that the Return to Castle Wolfenstein one where you had like the cool like Nazi occult bullshit? Honestly, I always like that element of video games where they make the Nazis like real like ludicrous occultist, and then you shoot the fuck out of like ghosts and zombies and whatnot. That's always a classic. The most recent one. Oh yeah. Okay. I saw that one, and the thing is, like, I'm not a huge FPS guy, so like most of the time when I see him recommend the game, it's one I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna play this. I think the only one that I ostensibly like stopped because of spoilers is I do want to finish Cruelty Squad one of these days. Exactly, just it'll be like some Doctor Von Evil guy who was trying to use like the spear of time, and then you just shoot him in the face and he explodes. It's it. That's true, yeah. That because like I also know some people that have like very violent reactions to ASR, and I think they probably have bad experiences of like that, and also like there's people that do ASMR to relax, and there's also people who enjoy ASMR to obtain the big bone, and I get it, but I have to imagine that the big bone category probably pushes some people away from that, especially if you're just diving around in the Twitch category. Just yeah, just a nice, peaceful, relaxing bone, you know. We're all chill dogs here, enjoying a soft bone. But oh god, that also reminds me. I met the Leonidas Umbra in person, and I did consume a dog treat he brought because that's like his thing now. And it was like the blandest, it was like the blandest biscuit you've ever eaten, which that part was fine. That's whatever. That wasn't a big deal. The issue is that the dog treats have little bone fragments in them because it's supposed to cling your dog's teeth as they eat and give them like big strong healthy bites. Oh, bun, how you doing? Welcome. I'm just explaining the bone eating. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Um, Definitely the worst thing I ate over break. Definitely the worst thing that I had consumed, but that was fine. I can't just feed it to my chest mouth. I'm in public. I have to keep the chest mouth under wraps. When I am not streaming, when I am forced to interact with filthy human, I spent a lot of time like after realizing what I could do with my shapeshifting, and I have created the most generic form possible. Like I basically like if you synthesize an entire LGS into one person, I've created that shape. Well, like it's bad, but it's not. I'm not going to. I wasn't retching stuff like that. And hello, and welcome. How you doing? It is. It is kind of relaxing to have like a very generic. Also, the bot. Hold on. Literally, just turn this thing off and let me fix it again. Hold on. I'm gonna the bot has been really fucky wucky today. Go Mina, sorry in advance. I'm just gonna entirely restart it. Big chin. Oh, okay. It updated midstream. Okay, so whenever it does that, whenever it updates, I think it loses connection to Twitch HQ. I have to do a reinstall on that. It is exactly. You gotta be. Listen, I gotta be. When people were like, "Hal, you look exactly like I imagine you'd look like," and they're like, "All right, shapeshifting successful. I have reached peak. I've reached peak infiltration. I am one with the humans." But yeah, no, I'm trying to think of like legitimately the worst things. I'm not a very picky eater, so like generally it takes like bad food to like actively like disgusting food. Like I think it's been a while since I've had milk in a way that like I could keep milk around my house long enough to spoil. And because I've been doing a lot of overnight oats, and I kind of forgot that milk just spoiled. So I remember I took one of them and just took like a big bite of it, and it was like sour whole milk in there. And I was like, oh, I forgot things aren't can be bad. All right, users. It was fine though. It was fine. I was like, this isn't good. All right, Alrune, you will have. And hello, Whiplash. How you doing? Okay, the bot is fine. That's good. And Alrune, you were at 55 exactly. Now that the bot has been repaired. Grandfather Nurgle, bless this wretched milk. I mean, eventually Papa Nurgle comes for all milk. It's just how it is. It's just how it is in this bitch of an earth. No, I don't like. Listen, I like Nurgle as a faction. I don't want to become Nurgle. I like to keep my house relative. Like, okay, my house isn't gross, but I fully admit to living in a damn bitch you live like this environment. But like, it's never damn bitch you live like this because of like old cans and stuff like that. Like trash does not stay in my household. It's usually like the fucking cards and other whatever the fuck other nonsense. Untidy but not unclean. That's the best way to. Yep, that is exactly how to say that. I will exactly say that. You'll never clean my house. Don't worry, I know that feel as well. I clean my house less often than I would like. I mean, tidy it up. Like I said, if there's like I vacuum, I clean. I got this like really cool like brush attachment for a drill I have. So like if I find like really stubborn like shower scum, I can fucking just like power blast that motherfucker and it feels great. It feels excellent. Strongly recommend if you have a drill and you have never put like a drill like a brush attachment to your drill, strongly consider it. And strongly consider it. Yeah, exactly, Nices, exactly. There's some people that like they really like a thing or like an army, especially because it reminds them of them. But like somebody who primarily plays bad guys, I play a lot of armies that I do not relate to. I'm like, I would hope you would never win. I hope you never ever win in the context of the setting because everything would be awful. Nurgle would probably be legitimately the worst Chaos God to win, just in terms of this like how if Khorne won, everything would just be Orc Paradise, blood and slaughter. Like Slaanesh would probably be also bad because a lot of torture happens with Slaanesh stuff. Who are the good guys? Like here's the thing. There definitely is there's no good guys in 40K, and I get it. And I know what you mean by that because the whole point is everyone's dicks. But ostensibly, you want the Space Marines to win, kinda, sorta. You know? Or it's like they are the good guys for humanity. They're supposed to save the day and make it so that humans don't die. I get it. If you had to live somewhere in 40K, you would want to be hella rich. You would want to be ludicrously wealthy. I mean, sure, you could maybe want like the Eldar or whatever to win or whatever, but like Space Marines are usually heroic enough that like you could call them the bad guy, and I know there'll be a couple of actuallys, but like Games Workshop clearly agrees with the idea that the Space Marines are the good guys, even if they like to be like, well, no one's really a good guy. And I try to do like a real shit British accent, me like fucked up. They're usually like, well, no one's really the good guy. They're all pretty bad people. And like, yeah, but like, yeah. Well, the thing about aggro worlds that suck is you basically work on a farm every nanosecond to the day you die. Listen, that child had it coming. That child had it coming. It's fine. They're actually good people. I like the Night Lords because sometimes. Oh wait, no, I was thinking Night Haunts or something. Yeah, no, Night Lords are just to the point where I remember like there was like a quote somewhere about what a Night Lord. It's like, isn't it kind of shameful and fucked up that we really only pick on people. Like, Night Lords only pick fights they know they're gonna win. Also, Red Zito, I unfortunately only speak English. You're more than free to vibe and chill and whatnot, but I know zero Spanish, so I'm very sorry. Yeah, they're effectively like food factories is probably a good way to say that. So it's like a world has been made to be hot and humid and optimal. Like let's say you're growing like space rice. Your entire planet has been engineered to make space rice very plentiful. You're going to be growing a fuckload of space rice, and it's going to be bad and sweaty, and you don't really have time for fun, stuff like that. I mean, true, they're the ones for terror, but then also that kind of makes you a bitch in a way. Something like that. Also, Pollinator, welcome, welcome, welcome. All the space spice, exactly. All the delicious, delicious spice. Yeah, the child has murdered 18 people. The child had it coming. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to joke about loose evil children, just running around murdering people. But yeah, it's like it's bad. Like there's no real like legitimately the only people who are enjoying 40K as a setting are the wealthy. And I know there's like political commentary there, but I mean like the wealth of a wealthy person, 40K is ludicrously higher than like anything you could imagine. It's like your grandfather owns a planet. So now you basically live in a gilded palace and you just have like crazy amounts of bullshit. I was like, hello, Meltus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's true. Orcs are having a good time. I was going under your impression that you had to go, like in this theoretical scenario, you had to go in as a human. Going in as an orc, like knowing that you're an orc and that you're gonna go in, it's probably not too bad. And hello, Azure. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Because their boss was edgy Batman. That's a good argument. Well, listen, guys, we're good. Listen. Listen, Nostromo had to explode for reasons. I mean, it was a shithole to be fair, so probably blowing up wasn't bad. We're talking about like the theoretical, like if you had to live anywhere in 40K, it would probably be like living as an orc probably would be pretty solid. I mean, you could be a shit tier orc that gets brutalized and just beat up on the regs until you die eventually, but like that's still not significantly worse than just being a guardsman. That's fair. I don't know if I can fully say that because like as bad as being in the Imperium is, I really don't think chaos is the way you want to go. And hello, nobody. How you doing? How you doing? Also, hello, Sakari. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, no, yeah. All no, like I have to imagine you pretty much figure out very early on whether you're Space Marine material, and a lot of them are not going to get that. I I don't know how I forget the exact amount of mind. I think it varies per high fleet how mindless your tier. I mean, like of course, like the Gaunts aren't doing shit. Oh, being a Space Marine also sounds awful. Unless you're a Minotaur, and then it sounds like a great time. I've been looking a little more into Minotaurs since they're sort of the loyalist chapter. I've decided to be like they're my boys, and it sounds fun. You're huge pricks. Everyone hates you, but by the same token, you have a really banging arsenal of gear, and you just run around stabbing other Space Marines just to test my abilities, kind of thing. That's great. Yeah, exactly. It's. I mean, you kind of got the platonic ideal for an orc society is a society where you know exactly where you stand when you're born. You're born, you want to crump, you die crumping, that's it. Like there's like it's kind of nice, like because I think a lot of people go through life and you're like, what am I doing? Like, what is my goal? What is my thing? Like, I have to support myself, I have to live. What am I going to do? And an orc is just like, I'm just bored. I'm here. I'm here to fight. That's it. In a book with I'm sure some orcs can read. There's got to be a couple. Yeah, I mean, Brainicorn wouldn't be Too bad as far as the Chaos Gods go. Get your stabs in. I do say though, if we're going to be like, what Chaos Space Marine like chapter would you like to be kidnapped by? Like if you had to fight one, World Eaters, 100%, because they're not going to do anything fucky. They will just kill you and move on. And I think that's a fucking mercy compared to like no one wants to get captured by the Ember's Children. That's a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time. Arguably, like Drukari time. Well, the thing, no, they won't put the nails in your head. They'll just kill you. I mean, I'm assuming that this is not for the purpose of recruitment. I'm assuming this is the purpose of like you have a las gun and you have to go against one's Chaos Space Marine chapter. Probably World Eaters would be the best choice because they'll just fucking make it quick. You're not gonna live. You're not gonna live, but by God, you'll have the easiest death. Well, some of the Tyranid stuff is basically like dissolving into acid. At the very least, Khorne stuff is generally just like take an axe to the head and it's done. Also, now we're moving on to the metal for the shields because what I want to do is like, I guess dry brush these and whatever. Oh, that does fit. Okay. Yeah, exactly. To death by no, word bearers would definitely like sacrifice your shit too. I mean, you'd still get preached to death, but you would also be like strapped to some like pyre as like a bunch of demons are gonna rip you into pieces. Bit and the edges. This doesn't have to be super precise either, which is nice. Like I said, these guys are. I like them, the way I've been painting them, but I can be kind of loosey goosey with some of the paint aspects. Very convenient for me as a person. This is little. I think the I have a nicer bottle of Warplock Bronze. The bottle I used for these was like a thicker one because I need to use up all that thicker one at some point, and I was like, this would be the time to do it. Because like it's very hard to find that paint. There's a lot of paints that just don't get restocked very often, and Warplock Bronze is one of those. I think it's because I have not found an equivalent in another game line. Oh god, the fucking Daemon Kulaba. Oh god. Have you ever want to have super luck skin? How do you feel about skin in general? You want to be like that guy? Oh god, there was God, I'm about to tell you something really horrible. There was a man, and I have not seen it myself. There is a man who basically claimed to have the world's longest dick. And basically what he did in order to quote unquote compete is that he sat around all day stretching his foreskin to the point of basically having a windsock. Yeah, I don't know if I'm fully of the opinion. I say, oh, Bort, how you doing? What the fuck? Listen, sometimes you gotta do what it takes to be number one. Sometimes that's ruining your dick. I'm of the opinion that the Daemon Kulaba is not a fetish thing, which I know is weird because by all accounts it reads as one. I'm pretty certain because like here's the thing. When an author wants to be edgy, doing fucked up shit to women is a very easy way to get like edgelord points, especially if it has to do with like birth and stuff like that. So I have to imagine that the Daemon Kulaba probably was not a fetish thing. It was like, how edgy can we make this edgy guy? Oh, I know, turn women into horrible demon birth facilities. Also, Orzo or Yorzo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Oh, we're talking. What horrors to tell you all about? Yeah, no, there was a guy. There was a guy who what's it called? There was a guy who, in order to have the world's longest dick, he stretches foreskin out to the point of uselessness. So yeah, that's just pissing into nothing. Wait, do you unironically run a prank channel? Nice. Let's see. Good grief. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's not great. It's not great. Oh, you don't. Okay. That's good. That's good. I mix on prank. I like pranks, like ones that are doing like fun, goofy, innocent pranks. I don't mind, but like especially like man on the street pranks, I despise. I do not like those. Oh, Ayosh, how you doing? Oh, you do hand kips. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. How you doing, Ayosh? We're talking about horrible body horror, self-inflicted in some cases. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Prim? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing as well, nerd? But yeah, I still think the Daemon Kulaba is just trying to be edgy. Like I'm pretty sure it's trying to be edgy. Also, the funny thing is, from what I understand, the guy who wrote the Daemon Kulaba, straight up ended up being one of the writers for Arcane. Like they hit the one of the better things to come out of League of Legends, because the game is League of Legends, so you kind of have to look for silver linings. And it's like, huh, isn't that a career trajectory? Actually left them all in Canada. Oh no, can you at least get them like mailed back to you? Like, are you totally fucked on those? Hopefully you can get them mailed back. Hopefully. I'm currently medaling up the shield. There we go. And then we're gonna do a dry brush later, which I think is gonna correct some of the other nonsense. Anyway, yeah. The Harlequins are just having a goofy time. So I think, do I want to do metal on this bit? I might do a metal on this bit as well, just to add a little bit of extra color definition. I legitimately, I have to wonder if there's like some mutually assured destruction reason why they keep War Thunder around, because I feel like from a security standpoint, its existence feels like a bad idea. Apparently, dry brushing is honestly very good. I've been doing more dry brushing lately, especially because like Lily, have you tried those like Artist Opus brushes? Like the like these ones? These ones are really fucking baller for dry brushing. Holy shit, they're very good. They're kind of on the expensive side. I think they're like maybe like 10, 15 bucks each. Worth. They're super duper worth. I still think a makeup brush is like basically as good anyway, but I think if you want to like really treat yourself for a good dry brush, strongly recommend one of those. Oh yeah, I also need to do the little, if I'm doing metal stuff. I don't know. There's gotta be some spy-ish reason why they keep that like a mutually assured destruction or some shit. Because otherwise, I feel like it leaks too often. It'd be a clever trick. Yeah, because usually it's like, hey, I leak these things that only I should know about, and then immediately like the hammer drops on them. And then like it's a thing that fucking like baffles me, is like, I understand being like getting into passionate nerd fights, but the idea of ruining your life to wave your military dick online. I know military nerds are very passionate people, and I'm not surprised that they would get into this, but like, I can't imagine getting into an internet fight that's like so intense that I basically no longer have a job. Like that terrifies me. I can never imagine. Yeah, it happens a lot. That could be true. That could be true, that like maybe other companies, like somebody's like, yeah, tanks from the UK are pretty cool, and then someone's like, prove it, nerd, haha, you won't, and it's just like somebody from China or whatever, just like, haha, nerd, you won't do it, haha, ha 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 ha. They're like, I'll show you, and then like, how you doing, Moto? Welcome. How you doing? I'm painting some Stormcast lads. It's oh, troubling, troubling. The thing is, they all like vaguely kind of have arms that connect in similar ways, so I actually don't think it would be the biggest deal if they don't fully super line up. That kind of. I think the only one that needs to be matched up is this one's got like a funky shoulder for the commander. Women lose NASA and oh no. Well, what did she tweet? She might get a better position? Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember that. Oh God. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is why I never post anything of that sort anywhere online. Oh God. It said that apparently she might have gotten a better job. Good for her, I guess, but like, man. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. That is I would never live that down in my own brain. I would always. I think having a private social media is very important for that too. Like I would like because I think it's just like a because like for me the age I was in I would be like well the thing is considering that I'm pretty sure they had a furry profile I don't think like I think it's more like when you say I got the NASA internship it's really easy to connect it back to you because like who the fuck else is getting a NASA internship, you know? Who the fuck is getting that? Oh yeah, yeah. The last song. I can get you the link for that real quick. Hold on. I think this was there we go. I've been on a Vocaloid kick again. I've been currently the mindset I've been going to for music recently is like the more crazed or Menhera, the anime girl, is on the preview image for the song, the more I'm gonna like it. Especially there's a very good song called Snake that I heard recently-ish, and it is now like my life. It's like, do you ever this is the thing that fucks with me with songs that makes me obsessed with them, but also drives me fucking nuts. I hate it when songs cut off too short. Like when a song feels like it should be longer, but it's only like a minute and a half. I mean, yeah, my weakness. It's especially because, like, for me, it's not the mentally ill part. It's like I think like the Jiroi K kind of like Menhera fashion stuff is very cute. I think it looks very very nice. I like the way it looks, but by definition of the kind like legitimately like that's the kind of the point. Really, I never said anything about fix them. Hello, Mr. Jaquel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have. Listen, I have my orcs. It's been the weather hasn't been good for priming where I'm at. The weather hasn't been good for where I'm priming where I'm at. I still have the orcs, and I will be painting the orcs, but these ones were already primed and they were taking up a bunch of desk space. So I'm painting some Stormcast. I'm sorry. Look at how cool their helmets are. I gave them different helmets. I implore you to reconsider because of how cool their helmets are. I will be doing Lord of the Rings at a while. Do not worry. Do not worry. I assure you, I have a bunch of orcs ready to go. Well, after priming, ready to go. But the thing is, like, I'm aware you can't fix people. I'm aware. I'm aware, and I'm generally somebody who prefers stability. I'm just saying, from a purely visual aesthetic, I think a lot of those kind of like stuff, a lot of that kind of stuff is very cute, and I like it, and I would like to subscribe to it. This is not the ring you were looking for. Oh, Otto is really really good. I think I have a couple of their songs in my list now because I just found out about them recently. I'm very slow on the uptick for like the big ones, like fucking what's the guy's name? Like Wotaka? What's Watako? Wotaku. There we go. I was like vaguely in the right orbit, but not quite there. But yeah, I've been having me a good. Because the thing is, I basically because this is the song playlist that gels the best for painting. I have to re-up it every now and then. Oh, I know. Otto's playing right now. It's got I can see it on the screen. You fucking goober! I can read my own monitor. You fucking Dorcas. Let me take a drink. I'm very close to recovering, honestly. But I'm still very much in that era of like my body is extremely dehydrated, so I it's I believe in you, Nitrous. Someday you'll do it. Someday you will be blessed by the readings. We gotta send you back to the Scholastic Book Fair, and you have to play the Animorphs video games until you can learn. That would be a sick punishment. Be like, play this shitty educational game, child, until you can learn to read. And then that child is just like, I hate education and video games. I will now become the most like, unless it's like a reverse psychology thing where you want to create like the strongest sports person that ever lived, and you just do it to ruin the concept of video games and reading. Like, I hate this, and you're like, how about ball? You're like, oh, thank God, it's not the Animorphs video games. I love you, football. You do not hurt my soul. Oh, that'd be mean. You can upload the VODs first. I've been doing very good on uploading VODs recently. I feel really happy with myself. As of recently, I got the Valentine's Day of next Animal. As far as I'm aware, there's one more Animorphs game left. It is a Animorphs place like PC game, and I believe the concept is very similar to the Game Boy Color one. I cannot imagine it's as bad as a Game Boy Color one. I cannot imagine it is that bad, but considering that the other one was incredibly mediocre, I don't even know. I don't know what the best like what would be the bar. Like what's the minimum I would need for this game to like not make my eyes glaze over in rage? Because I guess the PlayStation 1 was just basically just like entirely uncreative, like regurgitated Crash Bandicoot knockoff garbage. Which I mean, yeah. That's just kind of what you did on ye old PlayStation when you do not give a fuck. You just take like Crash or fucking okay, this is the song. This is the song that I've been vibing forever. I'm gonna send you all the link because it's one of those Vocaloid songs that does not have a title. It's called Snake, but you can only find out it's called Snake in the comments or in like other platforms. On YouTube, the song has no name. Which is a fucking mood. It's a fucking mood for sure. I think it's supposed to be like a cool thing. Like there's what's it called? I think like whatever like there's Witch House. There we go. Like I remember back when I was more into Witch House. I don't hate Witch House now. I just don't super go out of my way to consume it. Where like in order to make the music more mysterious, like purposely try to obfuscate the name in the age of the internet as a way to kind of be like kind of cheeky. They would have songs like, what is this? It's just like a bunch of symbols. This Witch House track is just like a bunch of symbols. And like it's aggravating to a certain degree, but like it's also like in my experience, if you go by a Vocaloid song. Oh, hello, Purity. I have two other songs in my plans. I love fucking like I forgot how many Nez it is. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's enough that like whenever you'll see one of their songs like on my little playlist thing at the bottom, it just gets cut off. You'll never actually see the name of the song. Is it new? Is it new? I didn't think it was. Oh fuck! It is new. God damn it! The one thing I thought I remembered was Hiragan Katakana. I'm beginning to rust at that too. I didn't think it was nah. Listen. I've not done my JP reps in so long. I used to be able to do Japanese good, and then I haven't done Japanese in many a year. And then I have fallen. And I cannot get up. It is nah. You are right. I just for some reason I misremembered. I misremembered a bit. I still remember Teform, so there we go. I can prove that I know something about Japanese. I can do Teform. I gotta like relearn a lot of other shit. How you doing, Purity? How you doing? But yeah, it's fun. It's fun when a musician purposely makes their song harder to find. I think it's kind of like, and like I'm guilty of this too. In the era of the internet, when you put a lot of work into something, you want people to see it. So it's kind of fun just seeing somebody who's like, yeah, no, I don't, find it yourself, shit dick. Like just fucking, just like find it yourself. Just absolutely just dig on the internet, look for good music. It's very funny. It's very funny to me. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But then I get to be like, hey everybody, look, I was the one that took the insult, and I decided to find the music. I mean, a lot of it, even you can only hide your music so long before the YouTube algorithm is like, hey, this guy likes to listen to a lot of like weird Minhara Vocaloid jams, and I'm like, you bet your ass that I do. Sign me the fuck up. DJ YouTube has generally not failed me, which has been kind of great. It's one of those things where it's like how much of your life is dictated by the algorithm, but also the algorithm kind of knows what I consider banging jams. So, you know, it balances out. It balances out. But but it's fine. In general, the algorithm has been kind to me. I've also had a YouTube account for fucking forever though, so like, I don't have to deal like anytime I have to go to YouTube on like a new account or an incognito one. I like the knows you like the mayonnaise instrument. What do you mean the mayonnaise instrument? That sounds like a euphemism. Unless it's the SpongeBob. Oh, the SpongeBob is mayonnaise. Okay, never mind. I remember now. I recall SpongeBob. God damn it. I used to watch a lot of SpongeBob. But like a lot of the quotiness of it has just kind of slid off my Teflon brain, and I've not kind of kept it, which is fine. To this day, the only piece of media that I have like consistent like skill in quoting is Kung Pao. Kung Pao is the only thing I could be like, my nipples look like milk duds, and I can just kind of do that like for more or less most scenes. I think it's because it's legitimately like one of the few movies I've watched on repeat fucking forever, and like every couple of lines in it is glorious and easy to recall. But I remember it's I got that usual where it's like talking with people who really like a thing and they can just rip whole quotes from it, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do that. Maybe I gotta play like Brain Age. There's gotta be some way to boost memory. I know it's because like Sapphire, who's like, you should take brain boosting mushrooms. I could be wrong on that one. But it's gotta be like I got maybe if I play like fucking like Brain Age or whatever. There we go. The brain trading video game for the DS. I wonder if those are rare, or I wonder if those are rare or common these days, because they were kind of trendy for a while. Like those were the kind of DS games you could buy your grandma and she'd be like, "Oh, I love it." To be fair, for grandmas, from what I remember of the brain training game, there's a lot of crossword puzzles. Like if you give your grandma a box that has infinite crosswords, depending on your grandma, maybe grandmas have moved away from crossword puzzles. All the grandmas I knew fucking love themselves a good crossword. So you show them how to turn on the magical Nintendo box, and then you just show them like, look, grandma, infinite crosswords. To be like, oh, I never have to read the paper again. It is fun. It is nice every now and then you do see like old people who like know video games really well. There's that one grandma on YouTube that plays like nothing but JRPGs, and she has like a really banging JRPG collection. She has like a bunch of like cool pre-order bonus items and stuff like that, and like tapestries and whatnot. I think that's gonna be a lot of people. That's gonna be a lot of people in my generation. I think once we become elderly, is we're going to have that like we're gonna have like, and you see, this is my super Pochaco mouse pad. It's very very large. And then it's just like oh grandpa, and like the Pochaco mouse pad is, yeah, it's food for dogs. Thank you. That's her name. I cannot imagine the state the fucking Pochaco mousepad. You guys seen the Pochaco mousepad? Hold on. Let me get a little bit of let me get these last little bits of metal on this lad. I want to see if I get a picture of it, because it's if anyone knows Super Sonico, she is kind of like the mascot. And I'm older, I'm going to explode the core of the earth. Oh, you just mean do you mean the concept of Predators, or you're going to explode the earth if you cannot get yourself a Pochaco mouse pad? Which honestly, I would also like one. To be fair, they're very wild. Let me see if I can find it. Pochaco mouse pad. There we go. Calling it a mouse pad's a bit generous. No, no, not the dog. Super, like Super Pochaco. Super. I can never remember her name. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh God, can I show this on stream? I think I can. Hmm. Wait, let me see if I can find a picture of this that I can hmm. Yeah, no, that shows. It shows a dangerous amount of ass, so I don't think I can show it. Here, I'll post a link. There we go. I don't. There we go. I cannot put it on screen. But everybody who would like to see what the fuck I'm talking about, go there. Go there. It's very large. It is very large. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like, I've seen size comparisons online before, and I'm pretty sure that motherfucker is straight up like that's not like, I think you could more or less lay on it. Like, it's huge. She's a big lady. For everyone, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. It's a ludicrous amount of ass. Chieftain, click the eBay link I posted. I can't put it on screen. Click the eBay link. If you have friends and family nearby, you should definitely click the eBay link. They need to know. I can't put it on screen for legal reasons. Yeah, it's I don't know what you would classify it as at that point. Because it has from what I understand, it has the properties of a mouse pad. Like, it's the same material, it's the same kind of like general construction, but it's so large. I have to imagine you just like prop that up in a chair and just like you either just like you look at it or you just like walk by and just give it a slap and continue on your day like it's like a good luck shrine. What they call the pads for card game. Pads? I don't think. Oh, do you mean like a play mat? Oh, I guess you could use her as a play. The idea of playing EDH on a gigantic pile of ass does sound like fun. That does sound like fun. Not gonna lie. I was thankfully I was able to play a little bit of EDH at Magfest. Not as much as I would have thought. But I got to awaken the Blood Avatar on Neanomancer's Narset deck, and that felt pretty good. Hey, let me hydrate and stretch. Neanomancer is a very nice lad, but I saw him draw a mass land destruction spell, so I had to end him. How huge is it? I legitimately don't have like. Let's see, Softcard Super Choco size. There we go. There's got to be somewhere where somebody says the size of this thing. It is apparently at one point it was over $700 on eBay. All right, there we go. It is. It's like no information. It must have been like an incredibly limited run. It must have been an incredibly limited run because I see no info. Oh, there's other ones. There's also a bikini version too. Jesus Christ. That one's even more dangerous. I could in theory show the other one. I could not show the bikini one. Anyway. Yeah, it was cool. Oh god, where am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing with this? There we go. But yeah. I don't, that's the kind of stuff that doesn't bother me missing out. There is like, I don't know. I like a lot of cool pre-order stuff that I feel bad that I miss out on. Like, I like a lot of like, especially like limited time figures and stuff like that. I don't know. I like the idea of having anime figures, but I don't like allocating funds for that. Concept of pre-orders are only few. Yeah, it would be nice if pre-orders did just kind of go away forever. That would pre-order bonuses especially. I don't know. I used to be more caring about like having a bunch of pre-order bonus stuff, and luckily that's mostly died down. Dead. All right, there we go. Let me get this. We're actually pretty close to getting to the dry brushing stage on these lads, and then the dry brushing stage is when the magic really happens with these. It's like I'll dry brush. I'll add a little bit of red for some cloth shit, and then I'll do some gray for like the grip and the belts. Then they're like basically ready to party. And then soon I will have this like there legitimately are times where it's like I'm like doing something on my desk. I'm like, it's actually becoming a pain to take this off and put this back on my desk. So it's like I almost want to get it done specifically for that reason. I want to get it done for that reason. Let's see. Stuff. Hey, I forgot that now that there's like a bunch more emote slots. I could upload a couple of emotes I've had kicking around. I need to get some more emotes though. I think I just generally need to redo those one of these days. Just get like a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Because I remember why I had the thought about it. For some reason I was thinking about Baki again as I'm wont to do, and I saw a screenshot like not screenshot. There was a panel from Baki, and it was amazing. And I need to show you all. I need to show you how good this panel is. I don't think it spoils anything. There we go. Look at that. Look at this dopo. Look at him. Look at this shit. Look how good this panel is. It's very nice. It's a very nice panel. I wonder if I could just send that to an emote artist and be like, can you make that? Can you make that real? Curious what the reaction would be. Least goofy Baki. You're not wrong. The context of that scene is also wild because it's like it's fucking dopo. Also, son, how you doing? Also, MX5 Zach, thank you for your Prime sub. Thank you. Oh, Puri, what are the dimensions? How did you find that? I could not find that. Jesus Christ, that is huge. That is a big fucking mouse pad. I am doing good. I'm recovering. I'm enjoying Baki. We're learning about the size of gigantic super Pochaco mouse pads. We're all it's a very educational stream, all things considered. It's bigger than your desk. I would not be surprised. Oh, that must be a very handy website. Must be very, very handy to have. All right, we're gonna get the dry brush part of the lads going. There we go. But yeah, it do be large. So now we're good. Now we're gonna do the bit where I dry brush the gold onto specifically the like the various bits, and that kind of that kind of turns the bronze into a more goldy tint. I also need to make sure I'm not putting like way too much on here. Hello, Lotion. How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on some storms. Too thick. Luckily, for the most part, if I accidentally go over thick, I can kind of correct pretty easy. How you doing? Yeah, altogether, things are pretty good. Life is beginning to kind of like normalize again in a way that I find really good. Hello again, Nitrous. Hi, how you doing? Fucking dork. There we go. The hammering's going good. I'm doing painting some very lazy Stormcast because I need to get them ready. For no real reason. I don't have like a super goal in mind for getting these done. Yeah, if your goal in mind is to get tasty gamer drink, yeah. Might use my sponsor. Actually, a lot of you know have been using my sponsorship code, and it means a lot. So like, hell yeah. Much appreciating. And then I just hit up the lad. It's like I could be using my Artis Opus ones for these, the ones I was just talking about Lily Ops earlier about. I think just because I generally want to save those for like things I really, really care about. Not that I like hate these guys that I'm working on. But I do know that those are one like I want to save them for like the real primo shit that I gotta get to look absolutely fucking spicy. Sell your hydrate and stretch. I will get to that in a sec. Do not fucking worry. I will consume the liquid shortly. Get the little shiny bits. Oh no, I gotta move some stuff over. There we go. But also let's see. Also, I got a fifth of a jack on my desk. No, see you on the other side. Well, have yourself a good night, chieftain. That sounds dangerous. Or fun. I don't know. I don't know like I can recognize the names of alcohol, but I'd never really know like the potency. So like I imagine if you go through a bottle of Jack, it's probably like quite a bit. It's probably enough to feel it now, Mr. Krabs. I don't drink a whole lot though, so I don't have like a good barometer for that. Side of the face and under the chest and side panel thing. What is up with this? There's like a little bit of like weird shine to it. cannot comprehend what's going on with that. Like, maybe mine was just, like, a little bit too much gold. Maybe I'll just take a little bit of this, 4-block bronze, and I'll kinda, like kinda massage it into there. See, where's this at? I just need a little dropper of that Sunday night booze aside. Yeah, I can't Sunday night booze. I can't be boozing on a Sunday night personally, but that's just cause guild stuff. I don't know. In theory, I could probably. I don't know. I feel like I could probably find some way to drink a little bit before a guild night, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, just getting that little bit kind of even it out a tad. Like if there's a little bit of color and consistency, it's not the end of the world. There we go. Let's continue. Let's continue with this bits. Ah. Oh fuck! I never got the back. Hold on. Let me. Hopefully, if I just hit this real quick, I hit that real quick. I think I can get that in before shit begins to dry. Maybe. Keeping my general very rough speed run. God damn it, speed paint nature of this. Yeah, I'm hitting the back shot. I feel like that's probably something that I don't fully know the consequences of repeating that, but whatever. It's fine. Fine. Imagine worrying about consequences for things. Imagine feeling responsible for my own actions. There we go. All right, let that dry for a little bit. There we go. Still gonna. Is this gonna dry brush well? Is this dried up? I can use a little bit more on there. It's not too bad though. There's also another reason why I'm using these shitty ones. Yeah. For the most part, in general, I don't suffer the consequences of my actions too much. I don't do any real action. Like, I don't do things that where it's like, ho, ho, ho. It looks like this is the consequences of my actions. Like, that doesn't really happen too much for me anyway. I live a very calm, predictable life, so I can kind of generally, if there's consequences that are coming up, I'm well aware of what they will be in advance. uh usually it's more financial. Usually it's more financial though. I've been relatively good boy on minis, stuff like that. I feel like I've been doing good. I did a thing today when I was like generally did not know what I was gonna be painting going into this. Because part of me I was like, I could back and work on my old world lads, my Chaos Knights, but I was like, I don't feel like painting trim today. Not that I ever feel like painting trim, but there's like some days you just don't want to paint trim. It's just kind of a pain in the dick. How you doing, Mittens? How you doing? Welcome. Working on some of my Stormcast because I do not want to work on Chaos trim because I wasn't feeling it. I'll have to get around to it at some point, and then probably this upcoming week might be orcs, like Lord of the Rings orcs, because I got 20. It's actually really cool because I did do a little bit of like. So whenever I quote unquote pick up a new war game, I don't think I'm gonna get like super invested in the Middle Earth strategy battle game. But I get bad option paralysis when it comes to like anything with limited builds. Which because like actually one thing that specifically the kind of more or less limited weapon options for Age of Sigmar was really nice because it's like what you build a unit. What do they got? They got 2 builds and both of them basically function totally differently. So like you kind of know in advance what you're going to be going for. But for stuff like what weapons will you give the Plague Marines you're building? I'm like, oh god, why? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? But like a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff is usually it was like, there's more or less a time and a place for everything, and you won't like totally fuck yourself over if you don't go for the super optimal. And a lot of even like tournament lists for Angmar, it's just like, oh yeah, just bring a bunch of orcs and then like a couple of these hero units you probably will already have because you're playing Angmar. Or at the very least ones that are not terribly hard to get. How you doing, Bad Apple? Welcome. How you doing? I do think the Middle Earth strategy battle game is really fucking cool. And Skiffs, how you doing? Hey, I got your name right 2 streams in a row. I think I'm cured. I think I'm cured of my brain disease that was pronouncing your name as sci-fi's. Music. Nope, we good. Hey, it's them. Oh, I clicked away. There we go. No. No, 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 no. This song was like, I think I've mentioned a lot that I'm the kind of person that like whenever I like a song, I hyperfixate on it and listen to it like several times per day until I eventually get sick of it, and then I just let the song kind of return to my normal rotation. This was about that song for me a couple weeks ago. It has since kind of reached the place of peace where I can just enjoy it and not like obsessively just blast it constantly. It's really catchy though. It's really catchy. I don't know. It's really cool seeing like all the stuff Vocaloid people do. And hello, Implacable Living. How you doing? How you doing? Nice. Can I snap? Hold on. Nice. Yeah! Wow, there we go. Look, I can do a snap every now and then. I've never been like bad at snapping, but I can never do it consistently. Like consistent snapping is just not part of like the way my body can do things. How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting some Stormcast. We're listening to new. We're talking about gigantic mouse pads, as one does. I don't feel so good. Oh yeah. The Thanos snap. The very small moment where I was like, hey, maybe this Marvel thing is kind of neat a little bit. I did kind of like that because up until that point, it's like you kind of understood how the movies were gonna go when you would watch them, and it was cool seeing like a villain do shit and be competent and like actually kind of being like a threat, and then people kind of took it seriously in the universe, and the ones that didn't got their shit kicked in. I was like, okay, all right, we're building some stakes, and then no, and then Eddie War like the end game was stupid, and I was like, okay, okay, it was a nice visual, yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't use that though as an excuse to be like a couple of actors that just like they're like I can't do this anymore. Like they just could have left them dusted. That would have been a good way to like exit out. Like yeah, we don't need to bring them back. We don't like they can do their soft retirement in peace. The only stakes we have is mistakes. Huh? Yeah. See, I like it when villains are threatening. Like I don't I need for a villain to feel like they like either have a chance or like them being around is bad news bears. Like because if I feel like the heroes like unless it's like purposely like a joke comedy thing, like I'm not gonna rag on like fucking like One Punch Man for this because that's not the point of One Punch Man. But for like a lot of other things, I want to see a villain that's competent, and I want to see a villain that I feel that has stakes behind them. And it's weird how often those like very fundamental storytelling aspects get fucked up, and I don't understand why. I physically cannot understand why that is a hard lesson for some people. I really don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Or like yeah, that's true. That's true. Even if they don't win, like if they do a thing where it's like they'll do something to the villain. The thing is like the whole point of Jesse and James were more like comic relief. So like I don't think anyone's gonna be like cause like okay. I was about I don't know if this is gonna be entirely accurate, but I feel like there was a period of time in the show whenever Giovanni showed up, you would be like, oh fuck. Oh shit's getting a little more serious. Or like Mewtwo in the movie. If anyone watched the God, that was fucking wild. Just watching Mewtwo absolutely fucking body everyone, and they like that was kind of cool because they don't they literally go for like the power of friendship ending, but in a way that I was like that feels nice, and that's kind of being friends with your Pokemon is sort of the point of Pokemon, where it's like wow, while we're in this journey together, we're gonna collect all the lads. Yeah, Mewtwo fucking yeah, Pikachu was like, oh my god, Ash is dead. Ash is a fucking rock. My trainer is dead. I have no one. I keep thinking of those like fucking what was it? Those like it's like these like advertisement things where it's like my husband is dead. I have no one. It's the right shield. I might get the shields messed up. I might have gotten some of the shields mixed around, flipped turn ways. It's amazing how often I unironically use flip turnways, and I've had to explain it a couple of times, and I have to do the it was from a webcomic I read a long time ago, and they're like, okay, and because I don't have the heart to tell them it's a fucking Homestuck thing. I don't have the heart. I do not have the heart to say that. Also, I was told next year at MagFest that if I dress as fucking Eridan Homestuck, is it Eridan or Iridian? I can never remember the purple dude. If I dress up as him, someone will give me $400, and I think it'd just be fun to do that anyway. I want to cosplay. I think cosplay would be fun. I've never done like a proper cosplay. Something else I was thinking about that birth station. It's shame. Oh yeah, that's a couple of times. Usually, like I don't have a. God, I just entirely forget like the metal skirt on this one too. What the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was happening here? But like it's usually my shame comes more where it's like it's awkward to explain my hyper niche interests to people that are not prepared for it. Like you all are like even the fact that like when I'm talking to all of you and I'm like, hey, you know what Homestuck is? Like against even if it's against your will or even if you don't like it, you still have an idea. But explain it to other people, it's just not it's not great. Like looks like wet still. Still like damp. Oh, I think I just got some water on it. Hold on. There we go. Need to do I need to do a little bit of gray on the back of a couple of these shields, and then I can just kind of glue them in. They got these little kind of like little fabric, like grippy bits. I just wait to this. I'll give it a little bit more time. I don't want. I don't want to fuck with wet paint too bad. What time is it? Okay, we're doing pretty good on time. Okay. I still need to work on the basis for them and some other stuff. And was how to I paint rats and ooh. So I have not read it yet, but they recently did. I on the fucking there's like a apparently a set of Age of Sigmar Dawnbringer stories where in the story like the Skaven are having a pretty big role doing some shit. Like I said, I haven't got a chance to read it yet. But like man, that has given me some very spicy hope that maybe, just maybe, Skaven will be the antagonist faction for Age of Sigmar 4th edition. Oh, and the supposed rumors of like a fucking Skaven starter box would be like, ooh, so good. So good. Get some new sculpts in there. Get some new sculpts for some of like the older units. Get some new units too, just for shits and giggles. Oh, I hope. Oh, I hope. The one a rat. You can get a rat. Get a rat. Or do you mean for like way back when I did the painting rats as per for every time I got a Jesus Christ, that was a time. That was one of the most times of like I think I started the initial Skaven Timber in like September and it didn't finish until March. And I was basically painting like 2 clan rats a stream nearly every stream, which was fun, but it's also one of those ones that like in hindsight was a lot. It was a lot to do for that. So, and I've been thinking about like wanting to do at some point another because I think I tried to do another one where it was like I had chat what faction I vote like chat vote for what faction I would do and I'd do like a starter box for and I did the fucking Dark Mechanicus stuff. So I think I know that one was kind of like that project was kind of fucked a little bit because I tried to do an armies on parade board and I just was not super skilled at doing terrain stuff at the time. Oh man, there's some terrain stuff I want. Oh yeah, I can't. Okay, so I finished 3D printing some gigantic claws for like for like a terrain thing. Which I cannot show you at the moment because they're in a different room painted. Let me see if I can show you the companion piece to that. Hold on. Jejun. This is super white. It's just like, oh, let me see there. It's like this like spooky skull terrain, and you're like, you're probably confused why I put dirt texture at the top is because my 3D printer ran out of material when it was almost done. So I had to improvise, and I use effectively like my homemade filler to like fill that up. It's relatively hard too, which is nice. And then I'm gonna spray paint it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like I did a lot of dry brush testing on that, and it turned out good. Yeah, that's true. That was the plan. So I appreciate that it came off that way. I did get some more. I want to say resin, but this is not. That's my FDM printer. I got some more. I got some more like the spools of plastic, I guess is probably the best way to say that. Let me zoom back in now. Zoom back in. I got some more spools of plastic so I can continue to work. I don't know. I've been looking at 3D printing and like just like working on some more terrain. Not even really for like tabletop. I've been wanting to get some more terrain because it's nice for taking pictures. Where it's just like having a bunch of cool shit in the background feels very, very nice. I was like, ooh, I would like that. Oh, I would like to do that. So I got like these like spooky hands coming out of the ground, which are all painted and whatnot. I just need to take a photo of those. I would grab them, but they're in another room, and I'm kind of cozy at the moment. Nothing but dragons and fidget toys. You could probably find dragon fidget toys if you wanted to like super if you wanted to super min max your party time. Some of these just like have a. I forgot this one. Yeah, did not. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. For the oh, okay, no, that's the correct one. I need to cozy submerged in paint. Feels good. It feels good to be submerged in paint. Honestly, I like having a lot of paint on me. So I always like also another reason I really like painting on the glove because it's just kind of like a nice little reminder of all the cool like little paint I've been doing. The background look good than before. Exactly, exactly. And like, cause like I've done that a couple of times where it's like, boom, hold on, mini preview. No, I don't have any examples ready to go. But there's a picture I did that's probably my favorite in terms of just pure photography of a Horsey era tactical marine just standing in front of a bunch of rusty pillars that I did. And it looks really good. It looks really fucking good, and I fucking love how it turned out. And like even though the mini itself is like fine, it's not like a bad mini, but it's just like it's a tactical marine. It's a space marine. He got a bolter. He's got some customization because I for my Horus Heresy stuff, I 3D print parts because fuck paying G-dubs prices for those. Oh, thank God. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fuck G-dubs prices. How you doing? How you doing? Let's get a tiny bit more gold on my palette because I'm slightly running out. It's not because like for the most part my Horus Heresy stuff is like the bodies are real, quote unquote real models, and then the rest of them are just kind of like, yeah, I want to get a cool helmet. I want to get a bunch of cool shoulder pads. I want to get las guns, stuff like that. And a lot of people make really good third party versions of those, especially because like a lot of las cannons and stuff like that are don't have they'll be like, oh yeah, this is based on like the older style. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. Like I like me a big chunky cannon. With this, I got this. The boy is ready to go. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Like this is about an hour and 30 minutes, and I got a bunch of these like not done. They're not close to done for sure. In there. Oh no, YouTube does not like me to listen to Hanamakia. Fucked up. There we go. Take a sip real quick. That's one of those VTubers I watched a lot, like early on, and I feel a little bad that I don't super watch her anymore. I just don't. It's hard for me to watch VTubers. I have to get very specific on the time slots from that work. Sealed Forgotten Beasts and Caverns. Ooh, fuck yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Sounds fucking rad. I'm doing good. I'm beginning to recover from my COVIDs. I am painting some Stormcasts I had kicking around, and they're coming out like really quick. Actually, I thought this was going to take. I mean, I have 5 more, so it's not like I'm going to run out. I will not run out of these lads tonight. I also got to do their bases still, but it's nice seeing how quickly I can kind of just like knock them out. I feel good. I'm doing good. Things are good. I'm feeling pretty legit. I feel in my bones that I feel like the full recovery will be like next week. And then once that's done, I feel like unstoppable. I feel powerful. 2024 will be the year of hell. Hey, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been doing good lately. How's the hell again? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm painting some Stormcasts. Got these little like little leather bits that I kind of just hit that up. General Ganon. God, that does remind me that I have actually I never played Tears of the Kingdom. I kind of keep forgetting Tears of the Kingdom happened. A little bit. Yeah, it didn't help that I took quite a bit of a break as well. How's Elkway? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? It's weird though, cause like whenever I look at the fucking like stream analytics, there's that fucking gigantic time gap. There's a gigantic time gap, and I was like, oh damn. That's what you see when you get 1 week off. It sounds like a lot of people thought it was kind of eh. Like if you were like super duper thirsty for more Breath of the Wild, it probably satisfied you. But if you're looking for like Breath of the Wild 2, I don't think that's what you got delivered. The crude stuff looks pretty good. Say for me, but no, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. But hey, if you're looking for if you think Games Workshop prices are dumb, you should check out my sponsor, Collectible Squids. Oh, you just kind of feel it. I think that's fair. I think it's I think it's very easy to kind of get like, oh, I've had my fill of Twitch for a while and just want to take a break from it. I think that's totally understandable. Me, I just took a week to go on a vacation to Magfest. So I myself had just gotten back this week. Now I've reacclimatized to my old life. It was a very bizarre feeling of like when I re-arrived back home that's like, oh yeah, this is my house. Which is odd. Which is an odd thing to do that, you know? Birch trees. Ooh, that'd be cool. God, Cruder Red. Like I cannot pick up any of them because I cannot acquire any new armies or anything. It also weirdly feels like the Kroot are going to be like such an odd side thing within the what's it called? Within the Tau that like I don't know how you're supposed to run them with other shit. Like I cannot imagine like all the Kroot stuff and then like a fucking just like I don't know, like a big battle like a bunch of the hyper huge stompy mechs just kind of fitting together. I know that's kind of the point a little bit. But I don't know. I feel I'm worried it's gonna be like one of those sub factions that basically do not play anything like the main faction, and do not use any of the main faction's pieces. Because I've been there before for like they changed it with the last update, but originally the Maggotkin and Age of Sigmar were basically like, do you play humans or do you play demons? If you mix and match, you're a fucking idiot and you're dumb and we hate you. Entire army. I wonder if they're just gonna basically split them off, and because like, it's like you could kind of do that where it's like at least if they're wanting to do it like separate army, where it's like, what's it called? Like how if you have Imperium, you have like a bunch of little goofy little allies and fun shit to fuck around with. I wonder if they want to do something similar with the Tau. So the crew are just going to be like spun off and effectively into their own army, but you can do like little cutesy like armies, ally stuff like that. The new, oh yeah, I did see some of those. Yeah, like make the Tau the Alliance of Xeno or something like that. The thing is, like, it's basically that I really like that aspect of the Tau. I really like the idea of like, hey, the Imperium is kicking our shit in. Let's band together to kind of fuck with them. And so we have a way to kind of like ally our strength. And the thing is, like, the modern incarnation of Tau doesn't super jive with that. Mostly because I feel like that's kind of like when was the last time Vespids have been like a thing ever? Like isn't the Vespid model metal? Like don't you have to like legitimately buy a metal Vespid model if you want to run one? I cannot imagine they're even any good. That's true, yeah, and like you got the different like Imperial Guard sub factions. Something like that, yeah. The last ones we ever saw. Yeah. Yeah. I do think Games Workshop in general probably has an idea where they really like everybody to have like a main army and a sub army within their own army, which is why they're pushing that. I also think it's like I've seen some people like, oh, now that the old world's back, Age of Sigmar will die. Like, no, Games Workshop fully wants you to buy an army for every game they own. That is 100% like whether that'll pan out, but I don't know. But they want you to be like, oh, I have Bone Reapers and I have Tomb Kings. And when there's a lull for my Tomb Kings, I'll buy Bone Reapers. And when there's a lull for my Bone Reapers, I'll buy Tomb Kings. And then maybe I'll buy Warhammer 40,000 and I'll get Necrons. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, I that's kind of my thought too. That's gonna be like fantasy Horus Heresy, but also Horus Heresy. Horus Heresy is kind of the perfect game from like a I'm Games Workshop standpoint. It's 40K but more expensive, but people will buy stuff so they can also use it in 40K. And it's like no other game will ever reach that level of just like pure, just like windmill money fantasy for them. I would love if I think a dedicated trader guard shit would be fucking rad. I would also love that stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. 30K is perfect. The old world won't work like that because they're explicitly doing like real hard stops between the armies. I also think the base sizes are gonna I think the base sizes are gonna fuck with that too a little bit. Just because like you could take like a fucking HQ in Horus Heresy and drop them into 40K and be like, yeah, this is fine. This works. But where it's like Lizardmen, Seraphon are now Age of Sigmar. Sure, they have legacy rules in the old world, but they kind of want you to forget about that. Characters, there we go, something like that. But I have been working a little bit on my the old world stuff. Let me show you. Let me show you all. Nothing super wild. Nothing super wild. Just let me grab a couple of lads. If you guys remember on stream, I did a little bit of testing where I snapped the bases off of my Slaves to Darkness to return them back to being able to rank. This is what it looks like now. 3D printed bases, 30mm in a magnet slot. This little bit of rock is fragments of the old base. Like there's actually the plastic from the old base connected to this one. And I used some texture paste. I think I'm going to also maybe darken up the mud. I don't know. If I want to be very lazy and just get it done, which I might go ahead and use an oil wash. Because like a lot like this is like how circa 2019's painting. And like there's some issues where it's like if you see like the weird gloss, it's because like I used a fucking Games Workshop wash and I didn't shake it enough, and it just has like a forever kind of glossy tint to it. That's kind of bad. But like besides that, and like a little bit of scuff in a couple places, it's not bad. Like this is a workable base for this. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just like maybe put a little bit of a dark brown for the mud and then oil wash everything. And they're basically would be good to go. I think they would fit fine with like my painting style of this era. Put them back. I have them resting on my keyboard right now, which is not ideal. It's not ideal. It's fine though. Let's see what we're doing now. Oh, we're continuing to paint the various grays and whatnot. Can you borrow? What makes you think I got that kind of money kicking around? I mean, besides this, but like, shut up. Nah, the big thing I'm doing right now, my money is in lockdown because I found out I need to get my brake rotors replaced. Well, it's odd. I was told by the mechanic at some point in the future I will need to get my brake rotors replaced, and then my pads. So that's gonna be big financials. But like, they're not acting up necessarily at the moment. And I don't want to push it too long, though. Yeah. I think the car stuff will be fine. Oh, if you went for a figure, that's understandable. The tricky thing for me right now is the timing, because the mechanic in my area only opens during weekdays. So I probably need to wait till February, just so I can recharge my monies anyway. Because on February, what's it called? Yeah, exactly, Steve. I think I'm gonna have to wait for February though. I don't drive a whole lot either, so they basically barely get used, which is fine. Just the rotors and just the brake pad. I got an estimate of like somewhere in the like $920, which is not great, but like if I wait till next month after payday, I think I can absorb it. I was very thankful that the con was not super expensive because I found out the price of this after the con. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it do be like that. Well, like it's as far as I can tell, that's the only thing to my car that's a little for all four wheels. Yes, they're basically said we can only do like technically it's only my back one rotors that need changed, and they basically did we have to replace all of them at once, and like I actually really like this mechanic. Like, they actually are very cheap compared to others in my area, and they do a really good job. So I've gone to them before, so I generally trust them. So, like, if they're saying that this is about as cheap as it's going to be, this is about as good as I'm going to get. A 2014 Honda Civic. Dark car docs. This one's got a little pouch, too. Then just paint. Gray, though. I don't give a about your little pouch. Yeah, the area is kind of expensive. I don't know. The thing that's really annoying looking up like brake prices. It's like, yes, this could be anywhere from $600 to like 100, like over 1,000. I'm like, I love hyper non-specific price ranges. I love that. I love that. Oh yeah, no, I do love my Civic though. It's a very nice car. I think I mentioned before, this is my second Civic of the exact same make and model. Because my first one died when somebody what's it called? Somebody ran a red light going 10 miles over the speed limit and T-boned my ass. Like T-boned me on the driver's side. And hey, I'm alive. So I was like, I know what I'm getting a second one of. Fuck. I have like pretty bad car luck for somebody who was a perfectly competent and cautious driver. It was fine though. It was before I learned I was a mimic, so I didn't like I still basically my body was still obeying human rules. But like I only walked away with a couple of bruises though. It was fine. It was fine. And what's it called? That might be it, honestly. It does kind of there's kind of a thing where it's like it does seem like bad drivers get all the good luck. I don't know. Well, it's because like I also gotta get brake pads for it too. I don't know. I don't super know. I'm just for the most part they've been a kind mechanic to me. So I'm willing to kind of take them at their word for like this is about as good as I'm gonna get. I know nothing about cars. I know in theory you can replace the brake pads yourself, but that's also like I don't want to do that shit. Okay, they got little leather latches on the sides. I gotta get that too. Luckily, I haven't had any bad car luck in a hot minute, so I'm feeling pretty good though. It's like basically every 5 years or something like that is when the luck run out, and then I'm like, oh no, okay, gotta get the nubbins, gotta get the little nubbins, the combat ready nubbins. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Perfect timing on that too, by the way. So let me turn my heater down. I'm actively beginning to melt. Ah, there we go. But yeah, no, car's been treating me well, and as of what's it called? As of this month, it has also been fully paid off, which is kind of wild. I've just kind of gotten used to the fact that my life is just a pile of debt, so the idea of paying off like a big thing like that is really nice, which is good. Which is also why I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting till I'm waiting till February to kind of deal with the fucking rotor shit. Like I said, they're behaving fine. It's more like you're gonna need a replacement one of these days, soonish, and I'm soonish probably be approaching soon-ish. Oh cars though, oh cars. Like I said though, this is a but and then after that's the thing is like after that's taken care of in taxes. Oh god, I fear taxes just because like whenever because of Twitch, I probably need to do that thing where it's like you pay estimated payments up front. I need to do that because I know whenever I get my Twitch tax thing, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be suffering. It's suffering time. I don't want to just rant about my tax and stuff though. After that though, I can begin allocating funds for fun things though. Yay, fun things. Getting a VR setup and getting the like I said, I want 3D Hell to be real. I want 3D Hell to be real. That's yeah, exactly. Funds for fun. Where did I put the there we go. I did the thing where I had to paint where I wanted it, and then I moved it somewhere more convenient, and then I lost track of it. God, that happens way too much. But yeah, I think 30 Hell. I want to do like I want to do especially because like there's been a lot of updates for like how like 3D stuff works. Like Waludo has apparently been like real fucking banging. So like I don't think a lot of you got to see this because like very early Vroid Hal I had what's it called? I had a leap motion and it was shit. It was shit. But like as I paint, I got to like wiggle my wiggle my arms, and you would see that. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to make go back to 3D painting and be able to catch the wiggles. His best feature, his wiggles. Oh, Dr. Anime, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm painting some Stormcasts, and it's going pretty good. I'm doing like I guess this is effectively a speed paint for these, considering just it's primarily like a full body dry brush. I think I can consider this a it's a speed paint that leads to a result I'm generally okay with. And then I'm excited though because I want to put them together in like a nice big group shot and be like, wow, I did it's been a while since I completed a box. The chaos actually no the actually it hasn't been that long because I finished my chaos knight the spoiler, and when I did that, that's effectively was a chainbreaker box I did. Yay, there we go. I feel like now that I think about it, I think I get a lot of my minis these days in those like big bundle boxes. I think I very rarely have just in recent memory just bought like a miniature, like ah yes, this is a mini. This is a mini I need to complete a army. Which is fine, honestly. It's been cool though. I've also been fucking around with new recruit a lot more for like list building. New recruit basically, from what I can tell, because Battle Scribe basically shit the bed, new recruit has sort of been like, ah, you will take up Battle Scribe's spot, new recruit. Hope for the hope you don't suck. Because like I was not aware because like for years, Battlescribe was sort of like the thing, and I kind of heard about it in the sidelines. And then I heard that there was like a whole fucking drama where it was like they kept charging money as even though the app was just beginning to like no longer work in the Apple store, and then they fixed it and wanted more money, and there's like it was like a bunch of just kind of like weird, just kind of weird behavior. So like I know a lot of people were just like I really no longer want to support them in a financial sense. Yeah, because I didn't even get the bottom of the string. And so far, new recruit's been good. It's very nice. It has a lot of different army options, which has been cool. It has Mordheim built in for list building, which is wild. Hello, Pastor Buffett. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know me, I am Halbernath the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Today, to shield your eyes, I'm painting Stormcast. That's fine. No, I've had these kicking around for a while, and I'm trying to clear up some desk space by knocking them out. I can use them for this big theoretical. I was originally kind of gonna use them for sludge, like the war game sludge, but I've been kind of like not caring about that. These I don't know. Like for me, for some reason, Trench Crusade. Nah, no, 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 no. Listen, I am a totally normal creature, and there's nothing weird about me whatsoever. How you doing? How you doing? Nice. I always like that's the default reaction to that, and honestly, good taste, tell ya. Was there fucking side straps too? God damn it. These are incredibly simple models, and every time I find like the most minute of details, I'm like, man, oh man, I gotta paint a nub, one singular nubbin times a bunch. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm enjoying a nice chill Sunday night, getting some mini painting done, as one does. Also, hello, Dinkle Bampus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yo, let's go. Another Aussie. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I got a lot of Aussie viewers, so hell yeah. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're doing good. And then also, Ex Nemesis. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're fine. Generally, when it comes to timeouts, if you're being obnoxious, that's the real crime. If you're gonna call me hot or cute or whatever, that's fine. I guess in a theoretical person where so it's like, ha, bottom bitch boy, bottom elf, fucky sucky, fuck elf, bottom uwu uwu feet, like that kind of theoretical person, which I don't run into very often. I'd be worried about that. At a carton because honestly, why not treat yourself? Treat yourself from some carton lemonade. I've recently been getting back into milk, so I've been having a couple of little carton sips as a treat. But yeah, no, I'm for the most part like I have a really like reasonably strong kind of like grasp on my chat. So if it's like yeah, exactly. Like we're all perverts here, but like you have to put a veneer of respectability. Learn and yearn for more. Oh, good night, Nitrous. Take it easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like we were talking about the also Dinkle Baptist. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like we were talking about like the Super Pochaco mouse pad earlier. So like if that gives you a kind of general rough idea of where we're going in terms of just fucking nonsense. Which Purity mentioned the size, and it's like well over 2 feet tall because that is a fucking that is a big ass pad. Love your model, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a very flexible wall. I got different haircuts too. This is even not my default. Ah, this is my default. Why does the pad look like that? Wait, which one? Like the pad. Hyundai. Hyundai. Just cause, I guess. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I listen to a lot of Vocaloid nonsense because it doesn't get bapped by Twitch or Twitter. Twitch or Twitter. No, Twitch or YouTube. There we go. I do a little bit of multi-streaming on YouTube's because I know a lot of Warhammer people kind of stay on there. Oh, was it Pat? I can't. Let me see. can at least get like the top half. I can get at least like the top half. Let me see. 2. Fuck yeah, let's go, let's go. I have to be very careful because it is an incredibly large amount of ass. Here we go. I'll grab this picture from eBay that's just the top half. There we go. And then I'm gonna paint the picture with some words. Also, best of luck on Skitari. I've painted a couple of them in the past, and they are, God, I love Admech, but they are super duper hyper detailed. All right, so imagine a 2-foot pad. This is the top of her. She's got her drum playing outfit. She's got her sticks, and then beyond that point is like that kind of like it's like the like fudanshi, not fudanshi, like the kind of the traditional wrap underwear kind of thingy, that kind of thing. There we go. How you doing, Bird? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing better. I'm recovering from the COVID. I can't. I don't want to get balked. Especially now, like with Twitch being Twitch, I do not. You can find it yourself. I believe. You're not doing well. I am recovering, Headless. Hopefully you're recovering too. Hopefully you're also recovering. Hopefully, Bird, me applying paint to this filthy Stormcast will help. Hopefully that'll help. Get a little bit. Get a little bit on here. But yeah, it was it's did I miss his arm too? God damn it. Whatever, I'll just get this fucking eaten stick. And I'll go ahead and move over back to the other one. There we go. That's some more Adeptus models. Hell yeah, nice. I only did the I effectively did the starter kit. I think actually, oh yeah, I got some pictures of them on my Instagram. Got a if you would like to see completed models I've done, I post them on my Instagram. Oh, that was a hiccup. There's also like a couple little bits of the metal. Might need to do these over. At the helmet. Yo, let's fucking go. I love the Hellpit Abomination. I love the Hellpit Abomination so much. It is such a good model. The way I did mine was I basically made it look like the entire flesh part was just like bleeding raw skin, except for the heads, which were heads. That was about it. Did it be about bad things happening? It's okay. What you gotta do? Let me see. I think of like would be like a good long video essay. That's like pretty chill. I like if we're just like honestly like it's so odd in my life because like I'm not big on Yu-Gi-Oh, but I end up watching a lot of videos about Yu-Gi-Oh because I find Yu-Gi-Oh as a concept fascinating, but I have zero real drive to play it these days. But I like hearing people talk about it, if that makes any sense. And it's usually not about like new cards. It's like there's a guy named Game Boy Lad that does like really cool videos on like the fucking like Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh games, which are borderline sadistic. I was like, what the fuck? They are incredibly cruel and mean, and they require you to grind like a motherfucker. Nice. Ostensibly I used to paint a lot more Skaven, like to the point where like my logo is I paint rats. I haven't painted rats in a while. I'm open and praying that rats become we get some new stuff in the fucking Age of Sigmar 4th edition if that turns out to be a thing. Sakarans. Ooh, okay, you got a pretty good collection, Pasta. Very nice. Very nice. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, I want to get one. You should get the help. That's a good model. I would definitely recommend, even if you're like, I don't want to paint a bajillion these Skaven. I think one Hellpit as a treat is very nice. They get the little nubbins bits. I'd actually be able to go back and get some of the. So this is a unit of 10, and I've been just kind of like working on 5 of them. There we go. Nurgle on the side. Yo, let's go. You say samesies? I've kind of switched over to doing more Nurgle stuff. I haven't played on the tabletop for a while. I do own a Death Guard army, and I fully played. Skip this one. I can skip this one. Yep. There we go. I got a fully painted Chaos Knight army, which is Nurgle based. Like I did basically all of them except for like a couple of war dogs that have been customized pretty heavily. All right, let's go ahead and glue the arms in. I want to get the arms glued in on these lads just so I can kind of get them like not in two pieces. Also, so it'd be nice and they can line up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem. I don't mind skipping songs. Gonna fit in nicely. I would say with the new with the helmet change, I do like I like the builds of these. Like I think the thinner Stormcast plays a lot more nicely than the thicker one. Like the chunk. I mean, okay, this is a good chunky boy. That's a good chunky boy. I do have some BattleTech models like I do want to paint up one of these days. At the moment, they're not super high priority right now. Even though I did kind of like, it's weird. I never considered the idea that like, oh yeah, I could just have a bunch of BattleTech battle mechs with different colors. Like my brain was like, you must have them like look army uniform standard. I'm like, that's not even really how that works on the tabletop. So I was like, that revelation is kind of nice. So I have a couple ones that like I started to paint that just didn't go very well. So I have those currently sitting in the delicious paint stripping soup. Is the right arm for you, buddy? I think so. If not, it's close enough. I have an idea. I'm gonna cheat. I snipped the connector joint off, so that way, even if this is not the right shield, it should still fit. It'll be fine. There we go, and I could just be like, there we go. All right, I just gotta hold it a bit longer because it just doesn't do that. But yeah, so like I probably will paint some at some point this year. I just need to. I basically have like an entire jar. I have a mason jar that's basically been rendered black. It's entirely black at this point, just because I've been stripping a bunch of stuff. I just need to go there and give that a good rinse. I gotta give that a good rinse. Just get all the shit out of there. All right, this one should also fit roughly fine. I always debate whether I want to like use this one's got a shallow enough snap fit to them that it's not the biggest deal. If I leave the little nubs in, sometimes I'll just like clip the nubs entirely. How's this gonna look from the back? There we go. See, it's like I can see the hole. I can kind of wiggle it in. I feel like it's not wiggling in good enough. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna clip this one as well. Luckily, I have like clippers that are good, and I have some like real shit clippers, which is nice. I love my shit clippers for when I need to like chop up some like real chunky resin or whatever. It's great. But yeah, I need to just go through and just kind of probably just like, especially because at the very least, if I want to get those, push. I think I've done that before, but let me try that. I can try it again. I'm aware that Mech Warrior Online is the game. I'm not super interested because I'm kind of under the impression that like it's very play to win, or was at one point. That could have changed since then. It could have totally changed. I have Mech Warrior 5 though. Like if I really wanted to play a BattleTech game, I could make that I think I streamed it once, and it was one of those like in between a bunch of other games. Like twisting it in. Nah, this still isn't fitting good. I think maybe it just like maybe the paint or something has kind of gummed up the connection point. That's fine though. What's the best mech warrior any mecha game? My dream mecha game is to one day get a full rig for Steel Battalion. and stream myself playing Steel Battalion. That's been my kind of dream game. The other ones, there's a bunch of cool mech games out there. I haven't played a huge amount of them. I remember really enjoying Robotech Battlecry for the GameCube, like way back in the day. Yeah, it looks really rad. Luckily the price of the controllers haven't gone like they've gone up, but they're not like crazy inflation. I think this one I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm just gonna cut the nub in advance. I think I just don't care. There we go. I'm just gonna assume that it's just gonna fail me. But you uh I heard it was pay to win. I heard it was pay to win. I could be wrong on that. I could totally be wrong on that, and that could have changed, but that's kind of what I heard. Or it was like you pay if you want to have like the cool mechs, and if you just want to be like a real like bitch tit shit tier, you can. I could be wrong on that. I could be misinformed. That was the implication I got. All right, these got to dry. We can do another. Gonna grab another one from the void. You lad. So people who were not here from the beginning, you can kind of see my process on these. They're not the most complicated motherfuckers who ever lived. It's pretty much a lot of this is done with Warplock Bronze, aka probably one of my favorite metallic colors of all time. The Mecha Break trailer. I have not. Means very, very little. They're mostly bought for status. Okay, okay. Okay, well that's good then. That must have been like a change that was done at some point then. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it. I've been kind of like, I don't know. I'm time strapped for video games a little bit these days. Though I did play a couple games today. I've been doing a very, very, very slow run of Baldur's Gate 3 with a friend of mine. Who is not a VTuber. He's annoyed because he has to do a very specific schedule dance around my VTuber nonsense, but it's fine. He's begrudgingly okay with it. And apparently, like, since I last told him, he had a lot of stuff happen in his life, but he also got like really, really big into optimizing Baldur's Gate runs for how to like min max. And like I know very little about min maxing 5th edition, and it's actually kind of wild. Because it seems like a lot of the min maxing is based on items and not your classes. Like the classes definitely help. Really want to okay. Let's see, you can blame Commissar. Yeah, oh yeah, I know Kami. She's pretty big. Yeah, she's pretty big on Battletech now I think about it. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. Like he's showing me like there's like the Tavern Brawler build for Karlach where basically you, because like it's so gear based. You get specific gear to make the throwing do good, and for the most part, like it's not super important that she like that what she's doing. It's just that just kind of happens to work with her class features and the combination of gear. Compared to like 3.5 min maxing, which is like, all right, you're gonna need like 8 prestige. You're gonna need to get like 8 splat books. You're gonna need to get all the prestige classes. How many? All of them. Does the prestige class have full casting? Get rid of it. It's shit. It's bad. Throw it out. Throw it out. If it doesn't have full casting, throw it out. Which is like, I mean, that was kind of convenient, but like. Or unless you're doing something like Hulking Hurler. God, I love Hulking Hurler. Hulking Hurler was a D&D 3.5 prestige class that was based on throwing shit. And basically, the math for the throwing shit is very easy to break. And depending on how you go about doing things, you could basically just like make it so that you're like one-shotting encounters by throwing a big rock. There's also a bit of like fucking troll physics you could do as well, where if you took a Hulking Hurler and a Hulking Hurler and tied one to the other, you could effectively throw one into the other indefinitely. And you can basically have like space flight. It's pretty great. But there's like that kind of thing. 4th edition, I didn't super look into 4th edition min-maxing, but it was more like having like stupid optimized team synergies. So like basically the entire team would coordinate and you would rock in like the most synergistic motherfucking drip you could possibly imagine. It's like, all right, we're gonna build our entire team for radiant damage. Even if the enemy has radiant resistance, we're gonna overpower it just through sheer laser light show. So Steve, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Sorcerer Monk is sad for dipping. Oh, I could. That's. I'm apparently Monk is better recently-ish, but like it does seem I'm still used to like Monk being absolute garbage unless you try like super upgraded. No, I like I'm on record of being a fourth edition enjoyer. I liked it fourth edition was like your team synergy mattered. You could make a character from the base from your like from the book and be competent. I think the skill challenges, while they were like not implemented super well, eventually laid the foundation for clocks, which I think are a very, very cool gameplay enhancement. Yeah, like Pathfinder, it's God, one of my favorite things is seeing somebody rip a mechanic from 4th edition D&D and be like, it's new. Especially Pathfinder 2e. I don't hate Pathfinder 2e. I played a lot. I'm very neutral on it. Okay, you're just joking. I don't even play it a huge amount. I'm just weirdly defensive because I'm used to arguing with fucking morons online about it. Like people that fundamentally do not understand how the game worked. But that had strong opinions. So like I immediately go into like interception mode for that. Like I said, it's not even like my favorite game or anything. I'm just so used to it getting the shittest of raps for no reason. And like I can understand not liking it either, but like there's just like a lot of like absolute fucking like dumb stuff. I think you would it's neat. It's I could definitely see the similarities from those. Oh god, Shadowrun. Shadowrun fucks me up real bad because also so hello estrogenized tweak. Welcome, how you doing? That's my buddy Pino. No Pino's in my pocket unless you're talking about this. In that case, this is you're the famous Stormcast rat. How you doing though? How you doing? But there's like where am I going with this? I really like the idea of Shadowrun. And I've run a Shadowrun campaign. It was legitimately amazing. It was a very fun campaign. Goddamn, running Shadowrun absolutely fucking sucked dick. Like I ran Cyberpunk Red a while ago, and it was like this is what I was kind of hoping running Shadowrun would be like. I mean, sure, you don't get the magic, and like you don't get like physical adepts and whatnot either, and like those are fun. Those are pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't have a stroke every time I attempt to put together a session because it's like I'm a very reasonably improvisational DM. Whenever I plan for a session, I have a bullet point of stuff I want to hit during that session. Do I hit all those bullet points? Not really, no. But it's like a general sequence of events that I can use as a framework to carry the session forward. You can't do that in Shadowrun, really. I mean, you could, and I'm sure if that Shadowrun was your only game, and like you knew it, you ran it inside and out, and you were fully prepped for everything, and like you're super duper experienced, maybe you could. But yeah, you get it. It just does not work. It just does not work with my playstyle. Well, like even fucking like Cyberpunk Red, I could be like, all right, I want the strip club. Okay, what does the strip club have? It has this ice. I mean, not ice. It has like this kind of like hacking stuff there. Cool. Guards, they got guns. I can use the default guard profile. Fighting them will not be agony. Excellent. Love it. Love it. I love tabletop RPGs. Yippee, 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 yippee. And like that's how I felt like playing Cyberpunk Red. Cyberpunk Shadowrun. I think which edition did I do? I think I also did 5th edition. Here, I'll skip this one too because I know I think this one had like a auditory issue with Bird. There we go. But my God, it was rough. It was rough. It was rough running Shadowrun back when I did that. It's been a couple of years. I heard Shadowrun 6th edition is also garbage. I played okay, my experience with 4th edition Shadowrun is really, really weird. Um a friend of mine really, really, really wanted to run a Mass Effect game. And he's like, hey, I found a Mass Effect hack of Shadowrun 4th edition. And this is when 4th edition was still relatively new. Like maybe 5th edition was out for at this point. And I was like, oh, okay, we can give that a go. I don't remember a lot. Armor doesn't stop bullet? Why? I mean, there's systems where that abstraction makes sense. It just feels weird in Shadowrun for that. I don't know. That's a weird choice. That's a weird fucking choice. Like there's other games where I think your armor just kind of adding advantages instead of reducing damage makes sense. Yeah, it's I've heard nothing but bad things about 6th edition, which is odd because they're still releasing splat books for it. They released like an animal one recently, I think. And I was like, your game, from what I can tell, is fundamentally busted and no one likes it. What are you doing making supplements? Like, I understand supplements are where a game like Shadowrun makes a lot of money. Cause like, yeah, you play Shadowrun, and then the nerd's like, I would like more gun. I would like more gun in my Shadowrun. And then you buy the more gun book. And then they're like, yippee, more gun. And then the wheels of capitalism continue to turn. But, like, if the base game is bad, no one's going to want to buy split books for it. So, like, why bother? Like, why not just release Shadowrun 6.5? I don't get it. I don't understand. From what I understand, Catalyst Game Labs, though, which I think is the current owners of the license, have generally kind of fucked things up a lot. I was under the impression Catalyst is kind of like a fucky company, based on some other things. I could be wrong on that, though. Okay, that's extra weird. Because from what I can tell, BattleTech, I think, is ran relatively fine. Did you guys actually, like, legitimately, if you look at sales numbers, BattleTech is probably one of the best-selling war games at the moment. Like, if you look at some of the charts, it's technically selling above Age of Sigmar, but also Games Workshop online sales don't get added to those numbers, so I still think Age of Sigmar is probably doing better. Because, like, here's the thing, though, and I'm pretty sure this is why. You can go to a fucking Borders. No, Barnes & Noble. Sorry, Borders has been dead and buried. Rest in peace, Borders. Let me take a. Let me pour one out for the homies, and by that I mean I'm just gonna drink water. I'm sure BattleTech fans shower too. Let's see. Wait. None did Dr. Anime? I'm base hydrated. I have to. Listen, the illness has made me super dehydrated, so I'm just like pounding basically like 20 fluid ounces of water like every not that long. It's nice. But yeah, you can buy BattleTech in fucking Barnes and Noble. But you can't do that with other war games. Like, you can buy the box set, and then you could buy a whole fucking Lance for like $100, and other war games don't let you, like, it fucks with my brain that this feels obvious. Like, you should be able to go for like, what's it called? You can't, like, there's other licensed war games. Star Wars has like Shatterpoint. If they just put Shatterpoint at a fucking game, at a fucking like bookstore, I feel like Shatterpoint would do reasonably well. I think it's doing reasonably well, but you can do better. I would be having some gamer subs. I appreciate you helping shill. If you would also like to get some subs, I can't have any right now though because I don't like to have a bunch of caffeine before I go to bed. I know it does. They do have not caffeine versions. I just never get them. Uh, not because they're worse, but because I crave the caffeine. I crave the caffeine. Yeah, it's very easy to pick up, and the fact that somebody could do that outside of a game store. The fact that like if you want to do Marvel Crisis Protocol, you fucking have to go to a game store to buy it as opposed to just like a bookstore. Like, and it boggles my mind because like this is not the first time this has happened. Like before before X-Wing shot itself directly in the penis, you could go to a bar, you could go to a bookstore, and there would have like next to the fucking like Pokemon cards, you could buy an X-Wing starter box and like a couple of boosters. It makes infinite sense to me. Uh Ultramarines. Ultramarines 100%. I Warhammer is like pretty unfair in most power level things. Generally there are franchises that could beat the fuck out of Warhammer. By the way, there is a book series called The Meta Barons, which is a very fun read. Love me some Meta Barons. It's got some very beautiful art. Um, everybody in the Meta Barons could beat the ever loving fuck out of 40k in the setting. In one of the Meta Barons books, two people get into fights where they're firing torpedoes that are actively shooting alternate dimensions. They're trying to kill alternate dimension versions of themselves by firing torpedoes. It is insane. But it's not like a power level wankery book though. It's incredibly ludicrously like crazy insane tech. But it's effectively it's a story about a family dynasty where the idea of the meta barons, like there's one continuous trend through all the meta barons. One, a meta baron when they are younger will lose a limb and get it replaced with cybernetics. Like that's just kind of, it happened to the first one, and it's just kind of like a weird trend that becomes a purposeful thing later on. Two, they're the meta baron only ever has like basically they only ever have one kid, which is generally a son. Like at one point they have a daughter, and there's some shenanigans that happen with that. Um, don't worry, a meta baron daughter is still a fucking badass, and she is basically a horrific monster of a person. Um, but the child has to kill the parent, and like you get to see the family start as like a very small one. Like I forget exactly the original, or it's been one of those stories that's like it's been long enough that I kind of want to read it again. Um, but like you get to kind of see them grow more and more powers. They have like as the Meta Baron family gets stronger, they have more of an influence of the galaxy, and they get more ludicrously wealthy. One of my favorite bits is I'm pretty sure in one of them, I forget I might get the order of operations wrong, but um I'm pretty sure that like one of the meta barons, like the kids, comes out like fucked up and basically dies like as a baby. And the father is like, I will never have another kid, woman, harlot, get out of my sight. You have ruined everything, and I no longer wish to see you. And the wife was like, well, fuck your shit. She takes her dead baby, and she's like, I know what I'm going to do. Every Meta Baron son has to have one body part replaced with cybernetics. And she replaces the baby's head with a robot, and thus raises the robot baby to be a robot man. Cyborg from the fucking neck up, and then eventually I'm pretty sure he comes back and kicks his dad's ass. Let's see. I think his name's like Steelhead or something like that. Let me see if I can get a picture of him, because he's very later, because he's basically like, I am cold and calculating like a machine. I do not know love. Let's see. Meta Baron Steelhead. Yeah, his name is literally Steelhead also, by the way. know if there's like a good picture of Steelhead. Let's see. Okay. Also, by the head. By the way, all of the Meta Baron's art is super rad. It's incredibly super duper rad. Okay. This has a good picture of him. By the way, if you like I don't know who does the art. If you guys have ever seen the Jodorowsky, the guy who did the artwork for Dune, the fucking David Lynch version, and eventually went on to do the Inkle, you would like this. It's got that like really elaborate Euro comic style. Oh, of course it is, because it's him. It's fucking Alejandro Jodorowsky. It's literally that guy. But like, look how beautiful this art is, by the way. Like, look how good this art is. Like, look at this shit. Look how wild this is. And like, if you see that, like, I'm pretty sure this is a picture of all the Meta Barons. If you see that absolute unit with the metal dome, that's Steelhead. I'm fairly certain. Like, look how good, like, legitimately, the art is really good. I don't know if you can still buy it. A long time ago, I bought a picture. What's a picture of it? I bought a collection of it that was basically all the Meta Barons comics. I think effectively there was like a guy who, like, the very last Meta Baron was like, I'm not gonna have kids. My family's awful. I'm gonna be the last Meta Baron. I think he has a full series, but the series that's about the history of the Meta Barons is collected in one, like, what at the time was a $50 book. If you can find that for roughly the same price, strong recommend. It's very good. Yeah, that's him. That's the boy. That's John Steelhead himself. It's very good. What am I doing? What's happening? I'm trying to think about what I'm doing with the minis. Got a little bit more time. Okay, I can get a little farther in these. I can at least get the metal stuff like that. But yeah, no, that was like, even though I kind of am a filthy weeb, I don't hate Western comics, and honestly, there's some like really good Western comics. I just don't do capes very well. I just don't really enjoy cape comics a whole lot. Except for if it's Prophet. If it's a Prophet run from like 2012, that run is amazing. Because it's basically not a superhero comic. It is a space high fantasy comic, and it is insane and is really, really good. I love shit like that. I love really cracked out sci-fi settings, to be honest. They're some of my favorites. Which is like my favorite parts of Star Wars is never like I like the movies. Like, I mean, the original 3, arguably some of the clone arguably like the what's it called? The stuff people have made with episode 1, 2, and 3. I don't think episode 1, 2, and 3 are good. And I don't hold huge nostalgia for them, but people took those concepts and made like the Clone Wars and other cool shit. I did not get the front of the shield, did I? I do like the droids quite a bit. I do like the droids. The one time I was able to play, okay, I've played 2 Star Wars tabletop RPGs over the course of my life. One of them was back in high school for a little bit. The idea is we were taking Star Wars A New Hope, and we were replacing all the main characters. And I was the Leia equivalent. I was a noble that had a bunch of money, so I bought me a pet super battle droid that had this like. He effectively had his brain kind of like fixed, so he didn't require a command tower. He could just be like a droid. Oh, I love that guy. I was like, "Hello, Jimbo. How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Oh, I've heard nothing but good things about those who hunt elves. I've heard nothing but good things about that series. Even though I know it's about just hunting, I think it's like hunting elves with a tank and exploding their clothes. Which, I mean, yeah, I get it. Understandable. It would take a tank to knock my clothes off, I think. But what's it called? We live in a really, really good time for elf anime. It has been elf anime has been excellent. We got Dungeon Meshi, we got Free Red, which I still need to watch and or read. Fucking plus size elf is getting an adaptation, which that was one of those manga that I read until the translation stopped and I never picked them back up. God damn, I'm so happy for that. I'm waiting. maybe my opinion has changed, but when I last read that, I was like, Dark Elf, best girl, Dark Elf, best girl, Dark Elf, best girl. And I'm expecting that to probably maintain the same. The thing is, the like Sindok, I can never remember how to pronounce the dude's name. He used to be a pornographer, like straight up did porn. He did porn comics. So it's not surprising, and the actual series is like very ecchi, to be fair. So like, it's not that surprising that you read it and those like flags kind of triggered in your brain. It's in the same way that like I'm pretty sure like I don't remember if the guy who did the Mon Musume, like the full serial release, was the one who did the. I actually think Mon Musume has been out long enough that people don't remember the original comics. Mon Musume, and I listen. What the premise of Mon Musume is fine. It's generic harem. The initial premise of the shorts was so much better. Jesus Christ, it was so much better. I have strong Monster Girl opinions, and hear me out. The premise of the short comics that would eventually lead to Mon Musume was they were a bunch, like, I think they were cousins. Was effectively like every girl that pretty much became the main girls of the show had their own dude. All of the dudes were effectively identical in appearance, and they were like brothers or cousins. And they were still kind of like slightly more where there is, it was kind of like when, I guess when Musume does the thing where it explains like the habitats and how the different monsters behave. I like that setup better though. Harems don't do much for me. So like I like the idea that everyone was their own lovey-dovey couple. And that was great. Let me see if I could be like Mon Mu. I could be like shorts. I don't know. I wonder if those are easy to find these days. No, they're just pulling up stuff. I don't even know. Let's see. Like Monster Girl one shots. No, I don't want to see the Monster Girl encyclopedia. God damn it. Yeah, I'd have to go digging for them. I'm sure they're still out there somewhere. I'm sure somewhere out in the fucking ethos. Cosmos. God damn it. Yes, the comics are floating in my ethos, my pathos, and my logos. Collecting bits of lint. I think especially now because you can I think it's easier than ever to self-publish. Like, there's a lot of manga series that I enjoy that were like, hey, I just used to put the comics up on Pixiv, and now you can buy this. Like, there's one, Wakayabashi's 4-Koma, or Surezure Children. I think it's Surezure Children. Surezure Children is the official name now, but it will always be Wakayabashi's 4-Koma in my heart. That was just a fucking like online comic that got serialized. And it's like, yeah, let's go. And the there's another one I really liked that was like that. Oh yeah, the my never ending experience with loneliness. It was kind of popular for a while. It was about the lady that was incredibly like sad and neurotic and not having a good time. So she hired a lesbian prostitute because she was a big old raging lesbian. Her initial comic was pretty good. I actually read her follow-up comics though, which I really like. It's neat. It's like you get to read about like there's a couple of them that basically are like, ah yes, I published that comic. How has my life changed? I'm getting slowly better. But everything still kind of sucks and my parents still kind of don't really like me. And I was like, the thing is, because I know that those are autobiographical, that they're based on a real person, I concern very hard. Like, cause like when something bad happens in a manga and you're like, ooh, that sucks for that character. But I'm like, also fuck yeah, late night. I haven't had Qdoba in a hot minute. That sounds delicious right now. But like knowing she's real, I'm like, God, I hope this woman finds happiness and money. Cause it's like she had that big hit comic, and that's not gonna like make her wealthy forever. That was just like a pretty good run of a comic, and that was kind of like even a niche hit. Yeah, she also because like she's like she just doesn't do jobs well, but she's trying to do jobs. The one after those though is incredibly sad. Um I think it's not really super spoilers, and I think I can basically say this. Um so there's another one that deals with her alcoholism. Where she had like really bad crippling alcoholism. Like really, really bad because like alcohol was just available where she was at a lot. Like she lived in a small town and like the people would give her like homemade sake and stuff like that. And then eventually because she's a fucking neurotic wreck. And I've seen this happen with a couple of people that are kind of neurotic or like drugs are good. Like it's not like you're doing like super it's like alcohol and like weed just to kind of like not live in a panic attack. I think the original was my let's see. It's like let me see for the original one. My never ending loneliness. I do think you need to read them in order. You need to read them in order. Let me see. No, not my lonely never ending game of hide and seek. I've read that one. That is a very different thing. That is a very different manga. There we go. God, I'm like my lesbian experience with loneliness. There we go. My lesbian experience with loneliness. Okay, start with this one. Start. I'm just gonna post an Amazon link. I don't think I have kickbacks enabled for this. I might. At one point, I put on Amazon kickbacks. I was like, "Oh, don't worry, how you doing? Welcome. Yo, Death Guard, let's go. I'm a Nurgle painter myself. I have a couple. Let's see. Do I have a finished? I don't have a finished Death Guard boy on my desk. I got this Plague Marine though. I got this Plague Marine who needs a little more TLC, and he'll be ready to go. But yeah, start with that one, and then work your way down. The very last one, I believe, that she has released is about her wanting to be a bride, and that was really, really sweet. It's back over 50 years to what? None. But it's a really good manga. It's if you like a very sad autobiographical manga about a very neurotic woman, it's very good. The thing is, it's very good, and like I would recommend. I think you can at the very least read my lesbian experience with loneliness. I think that one is self-contained enough that like you could use that. Oh yeah, no, it is I'm not gonna lie, I teared up pretty hard during the alcohol one. Um I don't if people are interested in reading this, I don't want to give away the thing I was about to say. Let's just say the alcoholism um has some very dire consequences in that one. Like very dire consequences. But I still think they're worth a read. I think they're worth a read. Cause like I picked them up on a whim. Cause like for a while in weeb circles and even non-weeb circles, because like it was one of the few manga that kind of like hit non-weeb like mainstream media for a while because like it's more palpable to your average like not anime enjoyer. It's shocking and provocative. Like if you go by that, you're like, oh, lesbians and prostitutes. Okay, but by the same hand, it doesn't have like fucking like magical girls or like fucking mecha in it, or like stuff that would repel somebody who is too good for anime and manga. But initially I was at the used bookstore, the one that I go to buy all my sick D&D books and like tabletop RPG nonsense. I went to that one and I was like, I saw somebody had sold the alcohol one and the 2 solo exchange diaries. And I was like, you know what? This is a fucking steal for all 3 of these. So I picked it up. And I was like, oh damn, I don't typically read autobiographical, like kind of like drama heavy manga. So it was a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I really, really liked it. To the point where I went and bought her latest one, which, as my last checking, was the one where she wants to be a bride. It's a really banging used bookstore, and it's incredibly good. Oh god, my throat's beginning to die. It's around that time. I just need to finish the metal on this lad, and then I'll call it. It is very, very good. I want to go back because it's been a little while. I'm trying to remain resolute and not go back until I get my car thing dealt with and my taxes paid off. Once that happens, I might celebrate and go there and get me a book or something. But it is a very good used bookstore. My tabletop RPG collection has grown significantly because people will just sell shit to that store, and nobody understands that tabletop RPGs can be rare because they're not like the retro video games where everybody and their grandma knows that every NES game is like a bajillion dollars. They're not, but like a lot of the classics are. Especially like Lord, God forbid you decide to be into PlayStation 1 RPGs. Those are expensive as fuck. God damn. But it's nice though. It's nice. Somebody sorry, take a drink. Like somebody just traded their copy of Mordheim at that store. Technically they did too, but I only bought one because I wanted it would have been financially and technically for gameplay purposes, it would have been nice to have two copies, but I was like, I want somebody else to experience the joy of finding a loose copy of Mordheim in the wild. But it was like they were like $20 each. And that book goes for like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, you fucking goobers, you have no idea what it's worth. It's excellent. I love it. Listen, I understand other people do what I do. I understand. I think it's like, I don't know. I mean, if I go to eBay and just Google Mordheim on there, it's not that bad. It's one of my rarer books, but it's not like insanely rare. It's not insanely rare. It's worth it though, because like the fucking, let's see, Mordheim rulebook. There we go. How much is that going for these days on the open market? There's one listing on eBay for $175. Wow, fuck. Damn, son. Okay. If I just change it to Mordheim book. There's another one for even more money. Jesus Christ, it's doubled in price since I last checked. Holy shit. No, I don't have any regrets about not buying the second one. Like I said, I want someone else to experience such delights as I have. And with that, I am going to end the stream and let's go to the